Good morning, children. This is a second video for chapter Returning Home. In the last video of this chapter, I had explained you the first row of this page, and I hope it is clear to all of you. Now, in the video, I am going to explain the second room of this video, and you will concentrate yourself to clear all the concept. Let's see. When the children were extremely happy to visit the village with the young uncle, at that time, this was a very interesting matter for all the children and the young uncle, that they will visit the village, they will see everything there, they will meet ancient uncle and auntie. Meanwhile, the mother entered in the house and she interfered there, and she made a break in the trip of the children, saying that, "What, go see ancient uncle without me to keep you all out of mischief?" Mother said that you will visit the village to meet ancient uncle, and where I will not present, and you will make your all mischief there. Certainly not. Certainly not. Obviously, you will not go there. But young uncle will be there, said Ravi. When Ravi saw that this is a disappointing for them, he said that, but young uncle will be there to support us. Young uncle plus ancient uncle mean even more trouble. He said that young uncle and ancient uncle, when they will be there, definitely there will be more trouble. More trouble. Their mother said grimly. Grimly means seriously, worried. And what about his school? And she said that if you will visit there, then what about your school? Who will visit the school? The children were disappointed. All the children were looking sad to see that now they will not go there. Young uncle reminded them that this trip would bear fruit in new story. तभी यंग अंकल ने बच्चों को रिमाइंडेड कराया कि जो ट्रिप है हम लोगों का है गांव का, इससे हम लोगों को बियर फ्रूट इन मीन्स रिजल्ट इन हमें रिजल्ट के रूप में बहुत सी नई नई स्टोरीज मिलेंगी. मीन्स न्यू ट्रिप विल बी बेटर, will be very interesting to all of us, he reminded. But they wouldn't smile. But the children didn't smile there. He told them three hair raising. Hair raising means होता है frightening, डरावनी. Old stories about the demon Gobarmal which cheered them up only a little. तब to maintain the happiness in the heart of all the children, the young uncle told them three dangerous old stories about the demon Gobarmal, and the children cheered up for a moment. This was surprising because the Gobarmal stories were part of the family tradition. And this story was very surprising for them because the story was related to their family tradition, and the children loved, and they were terrified, they were afraid after that. What long faces, young uncle said finally. Then young uncle said, what long faces there. What was the long faces? Means demon Gobarmal has long faces. All right, never mind Gobarmal and his 7 eyes. फिर वो कहते थे ओके डोंट नेवर माइंड, तुम लोग माइंड मत करो, डरो मत, घबराओ मत. गोबरमल और उसके 7 आइज के बारे में बच्चे लेकिन डरने लगते थे. टेल मी व्हाट यू वांट फ्रॉम द विलेज अपार्ट फ्रॉम द यूजुअल फाइन क्रॉप ऑफ tall tales, and I will be sure to bring it for you. Then uncle said, okay, you don't mind, don't afraid. Now you tell me, what do you want from the village? What do you want from the village? Apart from this usual fine crop, I promise you that I will be surely bring you tasty crops and crops of tall tales to all of you. The 2 older children looked happier listening it. The 2 older children were happy. They decided they wanted mangoes more than anything because the village mangoes were the best in known universe. Universe means world. The 2 older children looked happier. They looked happier, and they decided that it will be good to all of us that we ask mangoes from young uncle to bring from the village, because the village mangoes are known as the best mangoes in this world. The children decided. They grow only in special groups near the village, and were large, golden, precious and ambrosial enough to inspire poetry in the most prosaic soul. Prosaic soul means होता है boring person, and precious and ambrosial means very delicious. The children thought that the village mangoes fruits come out from those trees. Those trees were large. Those trees were large and in groups near the village, and it was very inspiring to describe about those mango. When a prosaic soul also describe it very beautifully. Means it is very beautiful, and a prosaic soul can also describe very beautifully about it, because there is no problem, no blames in those mangoes. But the baby, being more ambitious than her sibling, but then the sibling means little child, baby was very ambitious, and she was not satisfied with only fruit. Mere fruit means only fruit. She frowned and pondered. Frowned means see in anger, and pondered means think deeply. The baby was looking in anger, and she was thinking very deeply that we have to be satisfied only with the mangoes. One day, young uncle's friend Yusuf came to visit. On the next day, young uncle's friend named Yusuf, he visited there. He was a wildlife expert who could make the most amazing animal noises. This man Yusuf was expert in about wildlife knowledge, and more than it, he had very beautiful ideas to make the sound of wildlife animal. When she was expert in wildlife, you can say here. And he always liked to entertain the children. And this man was also very interesting, and he also liked to entertain the children. This time he brought them a picture book full of all kinds of animals. And at that moment, this was a very interesting moment for all the children, because the uncle's friend Yusuf had brought a book that is related with animal speak and animals story. Everything was concluded in it. So the little children were extremely happy. Okay, आज की वीडियो में इतना ही. Wait for more in the next video. Goodbye.